Hey everyone, it's Kristen with Somatics. Today's video is all about improving your gait, how you walk. And believe it or not, you get to do it seated. So you can sneak it in different ways during the day. But, what's your gait doing in your normal life now, and how to improve it comes from the middle of the body. So we're going to work on moving the shoulders, moving the hips, moving them in opposition. So, when you take a step, you have opposite shoulder and opposite hip rotating forward, and then the opposite is happening on the other side. So if your gait is a little off, it could be from wearing a bag over one shoulder, you have a dog that pulls you and turns you one way when you walk down the street, maybe you've sprained an ankle in the past and you do a little bit of a compromised pattern and you're in the trauma reflex. All of these are going to affect your gait. So today, I'm going to bring attention to that fulcrum point in the middle of the body and how to improve this rotation. If you've got freedom here, you're going to have a lot more freedom in your life to move with ease. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm seated on my stool. It's a nice flat surface. My legs are at a right angle and my feet are pretty comfortably flat on the floor pointing forward. And I want you to tune into your sits bones, which are these little guys right here, the bottoms of your pelvis. And I want you to just see if you feel like they're evenly weighted. Tweak that around a little bit if you need to, but ideally even weight, and then just start sliding one forward and one back. Seeing if you can do that with a nice soft waist. You're not hiking your hip to pull your hip forward and back, but just gliding back and forth. Noticing how your torso will rotate a little bit to make that happen. Okay, so this can be kind of part A of this movement for the seated walking. So you can stop the video if you need to, but that's the first part to explore. Just notice how one sits bone slides forward, one slides back. Okay, so that's part A. Okay, so part B, as you're sliding those sits bones back and forth, most folks are going to have the same shoulder and hip sliding forward. The body and the brain will just kind of default to this, because it's the easiest way to do it without much awareness. So as you're sliding, notice what your shoulders are doing. Is the same shoulder and knee sliding forward? And that's okay to let that happen right now. Just tune in and see what's going on. Okay, so noticing how your shoulders move. You could also back off on sliding the feet, sliding the hips, but just move the shoulders. See how your shoulders move, letting your head soften and kind of look over the shoulder that's coming forward. Noticing if there's any restriction to one side or the other. So you're getting a little tightness maybe in this shoulder in the front and then this one in the back. So there's a little rotation with those muscles pulling the torso in opposite directions. So that's part B. What's going on with the shoulders by themselves and in relation to the lower body. So you can play with that a little bit. Then part C, this is the part that blows everybody's mind. Now if we are walking and having the same foot, same shoulder, same hip sliding forward, swinging forward, that's not good with your gait, right? You don't want to be walking with the same side swinging. You want opposition. So this is where you get to really work your brain. So we're going to slide one hip forward and the opposite shoulder. So I have my left knee going further forward than my right, but my right shoulder is coming forward. And I now have left shoulder coming back and right hip coming back. And then I'll release back to the center, and then I can go the other way. Now my right knee slides forward and my left shoulder slides forward. And letting that come back to neutral. Okay, so it's like a twist. It's a nice it's like wash rag. It's like a piece of taffy, just a twist right in the middle. And seeing how that works. And like I said, a lot of people are challenged by this move when they first do it. For me, it's actually challenging when I teach it and break it down to do the same side, because I know how to do it in opposition really well. But just practice it and it'll get really fun and really help you with your gait, and you can even introduce it at a cocktail party and see how everyone else does. So have fun with it. Thanks a lot.